What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning into the Nick and Mal Show. I am Nick Johnson, one half of the Nick and Mal Show, and across from me is my boy,
Walla,
aka Malcolm Stowe, in the fucking building. What are you doing right now?
I'm Joe Rogan. You said fix your posture, so I want to be a mirror to you.
There you go. Yeah, because it's very important. Like when people look at us, they want to see young, strong, upstanding, literally black men in their communities.
Men that did 500 push-ups before they came here.
Did you do 500 push-ups? You look like.
But when you poke your chest
push-ups.
out, it looks like you do 500.
Wait, hold on. What happened to your no carb diet? I seen you was at a cheesecake yesterday, fucking it up. Oh, whoa. 1 second.
And go ahead.
Can I have a quick PSA to the people? I'm literally trying to stop cursing, like in all throughout life.
Respect. Hold your jaw.
Hold my jaw. Pause. But
yeah, hold it.
It's very easy for me not to curse in other settings, but in the podcast, it's hard because it's kind of the way we indoctrinated ourselves to the podcast game. Like we just gonna let it fly, but it's gonna get easier when I flesh it out of my system on some real life stuff. But please hold me accountable. If I curse again today, tell me what you want if I curse one more time today.
What word you can't say?
The F word.
What word is that?
I could say the N word if I'm using it in a way to explain something.
Yeah.
Or maybe if I'm really emotional, I'm allowed to use the F word for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
All right, I got you. I'm going to hold you accountable, sir.
All right, boom. Shout out to all the Mexicans out there.
That's true, but you said what happened to the keto diet?
Yeah, what happened to the keto diet? Yeah, talk to me.
Nothing happened to the keto diet. It's just I'm chilling right now. I seen a video of me and I felt like I was way too skinny. So I was like, So me feeling that way, looking at myself like, I'm not the biggest guy. I'm only 5'5", mind you. Can't be out here looking like a pimp squeak. But also, I would say I'm not too strict right now, and that's fine, And it's always a habit of mine, and I don't recommend it to people. Sometimes, like when your daily schedule changes, you go into a different habit, and it's hard to get back. It's not hard to get back, but I'm just not. I don't really care. I work out, do my calisthenics, slow down a little bit on the running, not eating horrible carbs, just not too strict.
So are you working out? Like, are you lifting a lot of weights right now?
I'm just doing my typical workouts, just not as much running as I used to. And then it has to do for time reasons too. I think you gotta start
hitting the weights, bro. I've been telling you this.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that look.
But you feel like you're too small right now.
Yeah, but I feel back to normal. Fat? No, it's just strictly on that keto diet. It was just way too skinny. Or maybe it was just that day. It's probably a good day or a good week. I don't know.
Who have you been hanging out with lately?
Well, that was an old ass video too. I ran like 3 miles. Wow. It didn't even hit me till now. That was an old ass video.
Who have you been hanging out with that you feel like you look small?
I seen a video we did with Four Stooges. But that's an old ass video. What am I talking about? No, it wasn't.
Which one? The one in with Ty, when we interviewed Ty.
Yes, that's almost a month ago.
Yeah, it's a month ago.
You know what I did as soon as I got to the spot? I ran for like 3 miles and ran hills.
You did?
And didn't eat.
Wait, where did you find hills in Brooklyn?
There was a park right over there. Literally like 3 blocks down the hill. And I was like, I'm going to go run hills.
And that means that you probably was running a lot that week too. And you were, at that point, you were very strict on your keto.
Probably, yeah.
So your body was low-key depleted.
No, nothing. Didn't eat nothing. Worked out like that, especially when you ran hills. Yeah, so that's probably what I had to do there. That didn't hit me till now. Wow. But I'm chilling, bro. I'm happy. I ain't tripping.
There we go. My boy putting on that relationship weight. Shorty getting you thick. She not playing with that ass.
Yeah, it is. You can say that because I'll be going home and eat my little healthy snacks.
How does your shorty prefer you? Because you fluctuate as far as you've been, Miss Serena, you've been over 200, chunky Mal, chunky Donkey. 250. Looking like the Mal off of the Joe Budden podcast. You was looking like him for a little bit. And then, as you said, you've been fairly skinny. Where does she like you? Where did you feel the most loved?
She don't like too skinny. when I got the belly after eating good. Come on, girls love the guys with the belly. That's a big fact.
Wait, so that period, it was a spring that you was out of school when you was chunky. She was really feeling you then?
No. I'm not going off for that. I'm just going off for like having a cheat day and then shorty rubbing on your belly, laying on it. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But they do that just to be nice though. Like that don't mean that she like it. Like no funny. Like if your wife started gaining a little weight, you might want her to lose weight. You still gonna rub her stomach.
Yeah, but when you fluctuating through like me, it's like you're either gonna be skinny or you're gonna have that day where you're bloated. So if you see someone not rubbing your belly when you're skinny, then that time when you have that bloated belly, they know it's gonna be gone tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they're probably soaking in that moment. I forget, like, it's not gonna be here tomorrow.
I forget what they call it. The bacteria in your stomach that allows you to break down food. Some people faster than others. Yeah, you probably have either really weak or really reactive gut bacteria.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that keto works well for me.
Because it's not a lot going into your body.
Yeah,
I think what you need. Do you have dreams to ever get to a point where you're not eating a lot of fast food? Because now you're young, it's okay to eat fast food once, twice a week, and you're still a very fit guy. But have you ever thought about, okay, when I'm in my 50s and 60s, maybe the body is not, I can't allow that. If I really want to ride this shit until the wheels fall off, but I'm rotating my wheels and I'm getting alignment so my wheels do last as long as possible.
I would say my body's like that right now due to the fact that like I eat healthy. Last night I ate, I had one meal. I had cheesecake, factory for dinner, and I had a dessert. Right, I don't look the best the next day. I already know how my body is. And obviously your metabolism slows down as you get older. But with me personally, the way I look at it now is I need a strict diet to keep looking good. I can't. It's the amount of food I eat. It's what I eat. I did the vegan. My cousin even said it. He felt bloated. I felt bloated. I felt like this, like vegan. But when I got on keto, I really felt thin to the bone. You look ripped and everything. So I feel like it's just going to be just being more strict.
Can you tell the people that I always used to try to sell you on keto and you used to kill me for it?
Well, that's true. I'm not going to deny that. Because I'm going off the experience. There was one summer, I weighed 175 and I was eating one meal a day. I was eating whatever. Me and Serena went on like every day that summer. I was like 175. My workouts were very good though. 2 hours. I was training for football. 2-hour workouts. But you're right. Nick used to say do the keto. I was like, no, I'm gonna do the vegan. And also the thing with the keto is like your breath starts stinking and shit. And then like,
I think only for it does. It definitely does.
It starts stinking all of that.
But that's when you know it's working.
Yeah, and I wasn't a big fan of eating meat, bro. Like you can't tell it's hard to go from vegan or watching vegan videos and then going to just eating meat.
And that's where keto and veganism is similar. Like with keto, you can be keto without eating meat. It's gonna be very fucking difficult. Right? You can eat just fish and shrimp and stuff, but you're gonna crave that big fat steaks. Were you eating any steaks at the time?
No, my diet be like, it'll be hard-boiled eggs be the big thing. Eggs.
See, you wasn't having fun on keto.
I'm not trying to go broke.
That's a fact.
Keto.
That's a fact. The
eggs. Boil some eggs up. Green smoothie.
What?
That's it.
I don't really do keto anymore, but like when I feel like having a keto day, like okay, we're gonna keep the carbs low today. Nice fat piece of steak with some nothing on the side. Really, probably some asparagus. Yo, you know what's mad good when you steam down spinach and you season it with some salt, black pepper, maybe some adobo. It's mad good. Spinach tastes mad. I don't know. It doesn't taste
elegant. It tastes elegant.
It tastes elegant. I'm telling you right now, spinach does not taste like a vegetable when it's cooked down. It has so much flavor that comes out, and it gets real soft. It's crazy.
Yeah, spinach is good.
Spinach is good.
I'm definitely a big fan of kale too, just for health reasons. I think there's more protein. And it's a lot healthier. More
never had a white girlfriend, so I never tried kale.
This dude funny as hell. Nah, definitely check out some kale. But what was I gonna say to you saying about spinach or something?
I said shout out
red meat takes a while to digest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a guy that don't eat no red meat for like 20 plus years.
He hasn't eaten red meat in 20 plus years?
Yeah, he 13. Shout out to all the Hispanics out there.
Yo, no, for real though. Sometimes I be feeling like the Mexicans is a racial slur. Mexican people, I've been recognizing y'all. I see y'all with a lot more frequency now. Big groups of y'all. I don't know how y'all reach into New York so fast. No, I'm serious.
That's a big fact.
I see them. Like, no lie. Like, number one, let's say I love Mexican people. They're like growing up, especially listening to a lot of stand-up comedy. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a quick bit of insight on why Nick is sometimes so problematic. Jay West said it when he came here. He's like, yo, Nick, you be saying some crazy stuff. And I agree. The reason is I was raised on stand-up comedy. And as a 13-year-old kid listening to Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and all these guys who are smart, but the point of their job is to make a joke. I was like so enamored by the things they would say. And I'm like, yo, these guys are so intelligent. That makes sense. So a lot of the ideas that they were coming up with that were bits and jokes, I took it as law. So a lot of my problematic views come from that. But I've always heard stand-up comedians say, hey, Mexican people are they're just like black people. You know what I mean? They kind of go through the same thing that we go through, and they're probably our closest partner as far as like being oppressed and having people judge you just by the way that you look. Because Mexican people have a very distinct look.
That's cap.
No?
Go to Long Island. They're the ones getting the jobs. Even though they do have a bigger population than us. But
if you had a business, would you not give the Mexicans jobs?
Yes. So I'm no. My stand is like just them, they you come here, you're having a job. That's the thing. It's not like African American.
African Americans could get jobs too. Some of us are lazy.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, you could say that. I'm not saying you're wrong saying that. I'm just saying. But I want to hear what you want to say.
But so back to that. I don't think that's a function of Mexican people being favored. That's them saying like, listen, we'll work for $2 an hour and work like you're paying us $30 an hour. That's where that's from. That's, you know what I mean? But I see y'all in droves, and I'm trying to figure out how long did it take y'all to walk to New York? You feel me?
From where?
From California, from Texas. They're coming over the border in droves. I just learned that word yesterday. I'll keep using it. They're coming over in droves. And it's funny because so the Biden administration came out yesterday and said that we're going to keep the Trump era cap on the amount of people that could come in, which was, I think, at 15,000.
Yeah.
And they got backlash. But number one, I'm like, yeah, y'all realizing that y'all are fucking up. Oh my God. God, please.
Language. Sure.
Language. Tell me, I'll buy you a coffee after this. That's one. After that.
No, you pay for my wings if we go out.
No, I got to curse 10 times to pay for your wings. So I'm at 1 right now. Keep count. Yo, that is a deal. That is a deal. If I curse 10 times.
You know how much you about to pay, right? If it's 3 people, that's like 100.
I'm paying your wings.
And
not
yourself.
Everyone's.
And yourself.
Yeah, okay. But, okay. That's 1 right now.
$100.
Okay. No, it'd be like 80 because I think it's like 40 each.
Round it up.
No, if it's only 3 people, it might be like 100.
We paid 60, me, you, and Bella. Yeah. 120 on the head, top beat.
Okay, so I have one curse. The first one doesn't count. If I curse 10 times, you guys get your books out, create a column. Yeah. Nick curse. Nick
right in the comments, man.
F words. If I get more than 10, and we'll have Coop count it up. If he could, that's too much. You go count it up. It's your money. But I was saying, yeah. So the Biden administration came out and said, yeah, we realize we've been really messing up this Mexican thing, so we're gonna not be dumb and take away all the laws that Trump put in that had those migration numbers to the lowest number possible. And they got backlash and came out and said, no, we're raising it.
So they're raising, so they're allowing more Hispanics?
Because of the backlash from these Democrats, probably some high-level Democrats said certain things, and they're like, okay, we need to change this now.
What do I say to that?
Politics. It's the same politics that they were calling out during the Trump administration, but now when you see it, you don't call it out when the Democrats do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a conservative Republican. I don't.
You don't even got to say you're a conservative Republican. You know what I'm saying? You're a black man. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I said, black men, we need our own party. But I didn't notice till now, looking it up on the census, that Hispanics make up of Hispanic or Latino 19%, 18.5%. I'm gonna round it up, so 19%. While black or African American alone make up 13%.
Oh yeah, Hispanic people are out dueling us right now as far as numbers. Because the thing is, a lot of them stay where they come in, Texas and California and stuff like that. But you got to think, not only are they here and they're reproducing, they're also coming in. A lot of them with kids, a lot of them probably pregnant women and, men with high sex drives. And they see some white girls and they want to reproduce.
There ain't no white girls out there.
When they come over the border?
What white girls going crazy?
Hey, let me tell you something right now.
Tell me something.
All those racist dads out there and...
Oh, the Hispanios?
No. The white racist dads, right? Kodak said it in the song. He dropped out of school because everyone was telling him to go to school. If they told him not to go to school, he would have had his master's degree. So all these white men that hate the Hispanics men, right? That hate these Mexicans, and they're probably bad fathers because they're out there chewing their tobacco and worrying about how they're going to get rid of the N words.
Yeah.
And their daughter's just like, you know what? Screw you. I'm about to go give little Jose some coochie.
You thinking they giving Jose some box?
They giving Jose some box.
That's the first box he got too.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. On a second.
But Jose and them, they have high sex drives.
God, they're
screwing like rabbits out there. They're reproducing like rabbits.
What's the word you learned?
In droves.
What does that mean?
A lot.
So they're sex drives in droves. Can I say that?
Sexual urges in droves. Let's say that. But so it was funny, right? I was watching this video. It was on this thing, and Trump really did build a wall. There's like miles and miles of walls, and what I don't think he calculated in building this wall was that Mexican people is just gonna climb over it.
Yeah.
Yo, people are climbing the wall with babies. This is how easy it is to climb the wall for these people. You gotta understand, bro. I'm from Trinidad, right? If I was to take you to Trinidad right now, you would be in awe, number one, of how my cousin is gonna climb a mango tree, the height of taller than this 3-story building in 3 seconds, and put 100 mangoes in his shirt, and with one hand holding it, come back down that tree.
I'm gonna think that's Spider-Man, Mango Man.
I'll show you a video. He looked just like Spider-Man. These people are climbing this wall easily. They're climbing it with babies. There's one where the dude climbs with a baby, and the wall is literally, let's say, 10 to 15 feet tall. Drops the baby.
Oh, I seen that video.
You see the baby just dropping? No injuries, nothing. Somebody just caught him. I think they need to play outfield for the major league. Whoever caught that baby.
Especially on the Boston Red Sox with that big wall. The big green monster. Whoa. Boston Red Sox. I'm surprised the Hispanics didn't come out and said something. It's a green wall. What do you need? Climb the wall, you need a green card. Yo, Nick, you wildin'. Why you say that joke?
Morally, where do you stand on allowing these Mexican people in, or any other race of people, if they had the access, they live in a bad country, they had the access to literally walk over to the most prosperous country in the world? As an American, where do you stand? Because I think, before you answer, I think it's kind of like the abortion topic, where I don't think, as a logical person, you could be on either side too strong. You know what I mean? Because abortion is like, yo, I want women to have their choice, their decision, but at the same time, I don't think you could kill a kid. Because what if someone killed me? You know? True. So, I think... Go ahead.
No, you're not going to kill them off. Honestly... Well, you just said, like...
You said, no, kill the babies.
Yeah. Nah, that's what I'm saying. That's killing them off, right? If you kill the babies?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. Me, personally... What do I say to that? What can I say to that? Obviously, looking at the census, bro, white people, you balance everything out, right? Because if the white people are not here in the United States, then we're all going to be speaking Hispanic, right? Okay, so that's that. And I had an incident with one lady. She was selling something on Facebook store, and a Hispanic person had messaged her, but the Hispanic person didn't speak any English. And she's like, what do I say to that person? And I told her, speak to her in Spanish. She said, how? I said, I don't know.
Wait, what?
Nah, but people are funny though.
That is hilarious.
And then guess what they needed? They was like, I'm just gonna make sure my husband is there around me. I'm scared. But honestly, what do you do to all the Hispanic people coming in here? You let them in here. You let them go wild. You let them run free.
Okay.
And then you just let them live under our laws. What will happen though? You know, because now we moving into the day and age of technology, but then you also might move into the day and age of changing your native language. Is that possible? What percentage do you think where we would have to start changing our native language? Mind you, they're at 18%. White people alone at 76%. Hispanics at 19%.
How much white people?
76%.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, you probably need to be the majority at the very least. But even that, like, let's say, that's the thing. Like, I don't think America would ever change its language. Just like England will never change the fact that they speak English over there.
But I think the MLS will want all of this.
1,000%.
Because we suck at soccer.
Oh my! What do you mean?
The U.S. sucks at soccer.
Yeah.
They would love it. You know, the number one team in the nation is Brentwood. And Brentwood is a majority Hispanic town out in Long Island. It's the number one team in the nation.
In MLS?
No, in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
I know.
Because Long Island is very heavy with the... when you go out there, you always see the Hispanic people interacting with the white people very nicely.
Yeah, I seen a white guy speaking Spanish. And no, seriously. And I'm like, yeah, he definitely does construction work.
Yo, can you be racist on the show?
I mean, I guess I have been. I'm just making sure I'm just saying Hispanic. Why? You got something to say?
No, I'm just... Yeah, I was actually asking somebody that because I was talking to this lady at my job and I was telling her, like, yeah, like, yo, I'm definitely, like, I want to stop cursing on the show, but, like, this is kind of me. I'm kind of just a reckless person with the things that I say. And I'm like, I think I could work on cursing. But saying reckless things, I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. And I'm like, yo, would that be against God if I'm making like all these ridiculous jokes? But God knows my heart. I'm not racist. I'm not sexist. Even though Kevin Samuel might be turning me to become a sexist person. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
But that's the thing though. Sometimes they be like, I could, if I do say something racist, I know if a white person would say the same thing, it would be over. It
would be over. But that's what Charlamagne wrote a book called Black Privilege. Accept it, guys.
Yeah.
We have certain privilege. Our privilege, I would much rather your privilege. You know?
Not like, really.
White men have it so easy.
Not really. Cut it out.
They have it so easy. Like, you guys don't have to worry about being judged. No, I can't even make this joke because I can't curse. I can't curse. I give him that sauce because I'm not going to use that one anymore. But I'm kidding. White men don't have it easy. We all have our problems. But what was I saying before that?
What would the world be like would it be okay for all the Hispanics to come in? Like, should we accept it or what should we do?
Oh, back to that. So my thing is I'm down the middle. I think you should allow some of these people in because I'm thinking like, yo, and this is the thing, bro. Racist or not, I'm going to put myself in your shoes and think about the way you think about life. I don't care if you hate me or not, because I probably hate you, and I still feel the way I feel. I am not perfect. I make mistakes. You know what I mean? I say things and do things that people don't approve of. I'm still a person, and I still look out for my best interests. So with a Mexican coming in, or a lot of Mexicans coming in, I'm going to think about it from their perspective. The fact that a woman is willing to allow her kid to be taken away from her by drug cartels on these dangerous and treacherous train rides where multiple have died, and have your 6-month-old kid drop from a 15-foot fence, life has to be pretty fucked up. That's two. Write that down in the book. And I use that one specifically. Life has to be pretty messed up.
Keep going.
So if I was in their shoes, I'd be like, you know what? Yes, let me in. And being from the Caribbean, I kind of felt like that, like, yo, like, it's kind of unfair that Becky, you're born here. You didn't choose to be born in the most prosperous country in the world. How do you deserve it any more than me? You understand? That's from that perspective. I'm also going to look at it from Big Joe on the tractor. His only issues in life is the N-words, Mexicans coming in and hunting and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it from his perspective like, yo, nah, y'all taking our jobs because y'all work harder than us. And it's understandable why y'all work harder than us because y'all come from tougher beginnings than us. We can't compete with y'all. You know, so it's two perspective. If I was that guy, I probably would have been like, no, don't just be letting everybody in. Sure, let's have a visa process and one or two of them come in. But no, you stay in your country. You guys fix it over there.
That's crazy. Why? That's how you know oil is important. Because we send soldiers overseas. Why aren't we sending soldiers to Mexico? It's right there.
It's all about oil.
It's right there.
You realize, right? Great point. Where on 9/11, very symbolic, we're taking our troops out of Afghanistan. What do you think that coincides with?
Say that again. We're taking our troops out of Afghanistan, you said?
Yeah. One of the biggest providers of oils. We were there to protect the people, right? To stop the Taliban from running wild. When, right, a walking distance from you, you have a same Taliban that goes by a different name called the drug cartels that are not only supplying your country with drugs, but also killing people in droves.
Yeah.
But we don't care about that. And that's right across
That's right across the border.
And you have equitable interest to say, yo, if we truly have an issue with all these people coming in, let's just clean up the country so they can stay
build
there.
it up.
Let's
give them money. That. You are a neighbor and
country. Guess what? If you're like logistically speaking, if you know how real estate works, if your neighbor's house is dirty, it brings down the value of your house. If you was to go clean up and build up that house, and you gave your neighbor $5,000 towards that, your value of your house goes up $20,000. So you made that money back if you're looking to sell that house. So it would greatly benefit America to make sure that the people that are next door to us are not the criminals and rapists that Trump say they are, but they're prospering businessmen, doctors, and lawyers because we've cleaned up that country. Yeah. But we go over to Afghanistan for oil. Now you have Joe Biden come in. What does Joe Biden do? Oh, stop gas production. We're turning by the governor from Florida, from California, by 2035, everything is electric vehicles. Electric, renewable energy. All right, get out of Afghanistan. We have no more need for y'all. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we was there just to protect our oil.
That's all it was.
It's a non-ending circle because people eating off the oil. But I'm glad. You know what's crazy? My pops was even telling me saying that back then in the day, like the 70s.
Black people never try to dominate oil for our chicken and stuff. But go ahead.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I know what you're saying. But my dad was saying like in the 70s that was a big thing. Like there was electric vehicles, but the states got mad because they were gonna lose money. Exactly. You know, especially back then in that time, they probably thought that natural resource is unlimited. How's you gonna make me lose all my money? I don't know what to do now. Now. I'm pretty sure these people have been studying how to move their riches from the oil to EV. So,
or people, or just with social media and stuff and having more freedom, you have a genius like Elon Musk who planned it out properly and found a way to put it in the public eye without pissing off people. And by the time he do start pissing off people, it's too late.
He ain't never gonna piss off people. He make people rich. Yep. People just made a lot of money because of Elon. He said
what's that about? I see
Dogecoin.
That. Explain that to me. What happened with Elon Musk and Dogecoin or something?
Yeah, Dodge. So Dogecoin basically it's like a meme thing. So it's a picture of a dog, right? You just go on Twitter. If you go into accounts, a picture of a dog. And people call it Dogecoin. And it's a cryptocurrency, right? So it's like, it was... I don't know, a cent to $1, like 0.0001 cent to invest in.
Per one.
Yeah. It was very small. So you could buy a lot. $5 give you a lot of shares. So it came out.
How long ago did it come out?
I don't know when it came out. I'll give you like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. It was all over Twitter. People like investing. This is right after GameStop. So right after the GameStop incident, people like invest in Dogecoin. So I see that. Obviously, we see that Twitter and social media has a major role what goes on in the stock market.
What if the name is Dog E Coin?
People say Doge, Doge, because hashtag DOG.
But it's a dog on it, so it might be dog eat coin.
It could be whatever it is.
Yo,
if you say
what
dog
would
eat
y'all
coin,
do without Nick Johnson, bro? What would y'all do without the Nick and Mal show?
That's true, but they're not gonna call it dog eat coin.
Bro,
they're not calling it dog eat coin.
We starting the movement right now. We putting $1,000 behind it.
Nah, you gotta put your 1,000 behind HCMC, but we'll talk about that later. But so right after the GameStop incident, people seeing that social media has a big influence on the stock market. So a lot of people were tweeting about Dogecoin, get into Dogecoin. So a lot of people invested in Dogecoin. And then the big thing was like, get Doge to $1, get Doge to $1, Doge to the moon. So that's a cryptocurrency term, to the moon. That's all off of cryptocurrencies. So there's like, get Doge to the moon, get it to $1, get it to $1. Then it was just dying out, you know, people selling, it's going up, people selling, it's coming back down. And that's the thing about cryptocurrency people don't know. Cryptocurrency moves off of the top dogs. It's not like the stock market. Stock market doesn't move off the top dogs. If a gentleman has a lot of money into Dogecoin and he takes it out, it will crumble. One day Elon Musk goes, invest in Dogecoin to the moon. So what do people do? They invest in Dogecoin. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm not speaking to someone.
Oh, my bad, bro. I'm about to do some calculations.
All right, bad. You good. If you gotta do the calculations, you good.
Nah, listen though.
So Elon had tweeted Doge to the moon. Mm-hmm. So people were heavy. Bro, a week later, Elon Musk invested $1 million or a lump sum of money into Bitcoin. So a lot of my thinking and a lot of people thinking was, why the fuck would Elon tell you to invest in Dogecoin, but he just invested $1 billion or $1 million into Bitcoin? So some people saying was like, yo, Dogecoin is a fraud. Don't invest. Sell. And it was going up. You know, I made like $200 from it.
On Bitcoin or Dogecoin?
On Dogecoin.
Did you sell your position?
I already sold it.
Why?
Because I seen the way Elon was moving. He told you to invest here, and then he invested in Bitcoin, and then listen to Market Mondays. Elon Dunlap. He's like, well, he's a long-term holder. I'm a long-term holder.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like Dogecoin.
Yeah, and I don't blame him too, because it doesn't make sense.
I seen a picture. I got so mad at him. Someone posted. I forgot who posted it, but it was like, yo, y'all been investing for a year. Y'all trying to, because he's against Dogecoin. He's like, oh, y'all day traders. Y'all don't know what. And I'm like, bro, like, I just think that's a bad mindset to come. You could hate it if you want, but to call out other people because they have faith in the stock, and they're going against your advice, it seems a little bit egotistical to get mad at people because they're not riding with your advice. Yeah. Like, yo, y'all don't know what I've been in this for 10 years. Who cares?
Yeah, it's a new way in investing.
And this is Elon Dunlap is a young dude, but that showed me old man mindset. Because what do we know about how a lot of these old businesses fall off? The guys, they made millions and millions and billions off of one strategy, and they refuse to change. Oh, you young kids don't know what y'all talking about. Yeah. And then you get stuck with the boot in your hand with a major label record company, and no one's gonna sign to it. Yeah. Because you never tried to adjust the streaming and all these different things.
That's true.
So I don't know. I just was pissed off by Ian Dunlap.
No, that's respect that you're pissed off about that. So my position in it, I had sold, made a few dollars, and I'm like,
what was the price when you sold your position?
I can't even tell. I go on my Robinhood. I go on my Robinhood account and tell you. I just sold. I made $200 from it, and I took my profits. Was able to buy Apple. I wanted to buy Apple because Apple's the greatest company in the world.
So currently, today the date is Saturday, April 17th. The highest it's been was 36 cents. It currently sits at 27 cents. Yeah. A month ago, it was at 7 cents a share. Yeah. So you think that's what a 300 at the highest point, more than close to 400% increase.
I bought at 20. I bought at 2 cents. I bought at 19 cents. No, not even 2. I don't even know. Then I sold it at 5 cents. Yeah. So I bought at 2 cents and I sold at 5 cents.
Oh
right?
God!
So I made $200.
And how long ago was it that you sold?
I bought in January 28th, and then I sold a month later, February 24th.
Are you not kicking yourself right now? If you made 200, I'm sure you could have been at least up 10,000.
That's true. Am I kicking myself? No, because that's not how I trade, and that's what a lot of people
I thought you were a
rely.
long-term holder, though.
Yeah, but it was still a risk at the end of the day. It's Dogecoin. You don't know nothing behind it. That's why some people look at it as like, why would you invest in Dogecoin? There's no financial institution behind it. There's no structure behind it because it's easy to create a coin and stuff or a token.
So is that a learning lesson to people who? Cause I don't know. You guys, you Aunt Rai, y'all know way more about the financial world than I do. But just like people were scared of cash because it wasn't backed by gold anymore, they kind of proved that, hey, listen, this is not how the system works anymore. Yeah. So now with all these different coins coming out, maybe you don't bet down on something because there's not an institution behind it.
It's a new way of trading. What did they say? Bitcoin Zay has stated when Bitcoin goes up, the value of the dollar goes down.
Yeah, because they're in direct competition with each other, right?
Yeah. I don't know the chart behind it, but it makes sense. As you can see, our friends accepted money in Bitcoin.
Yeah. It
cost $10 for this pizza. They said, give me $10 worth of Bitcoin.
Can we actually do this calculation right now? I want to... How much? So you said you bought it at 2 cents?
Yeah.
So 0.02.
Yeah.
The highest it hit last night. How much shares did you have?
Yeah, do 0.02. I'll tell you right now.
0.02.
But I got something in play. Well, I'll go for that.
So you paid 0.02 for one share, and then one share was worth 35 cents. So that means that you would have made 33 cents per that share. How many shares did you have?
I had a total of how many did I have? 5,000.
5,000 shares.
Let's do
so 0.33 cents.
Do 6,000. Do 6,000 shares.
Times 6,000. You'd have been up 2 racks. That would have bought you. I went to the Mac store the other day. I would have bought you the brand new. You could have get the big computer if you want.
Boy.
You know what I mean? And an Apple Watch. Or you could have got the iPhone 12 Max.
Nah, I would have definitely spent that on something else.
What you would have spent it on?
Something stupid.
More investments, Malcolm.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what. Shout out to my. I'm not even gonna say my man's name, but shout out to homeboy. Took his money from Dogecoin, got into Coinbase. That's a big move because Coinbase might be the next Google. Not obviously stealing their infrastructure, but a solid company. Coinbase might be it is. And if people that don't know what Coinbase is, it's basically where you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies. So it's Robinhood, but just cryptocurrencies.
You don't be putting me on to none of the financial game, bro.
I mean,
you hoarding the knowledge to yourself.
I'm not hoarding no knowledge, bro.
Damn, bro.
You know where I'm at. How I'm hoarding the knowledge.
Because you're not like, yo, Nick, go invest in that. Go take that. I don't care about finances, so I'm not going to do the homework.
That's true, but here's the thing, bro. Here's the sad part you hear. This is the thing. I'll tell you something what happened if it doesn't happen.
Oh,
Nigga, I fucked up your money.
I was talking to Ann about that yesterday. I'm coming to y'all. Like, I've invested before. I know nothing is sure. Warren Buffett probably can't even call 100% of his stuff. Sure. So if I come to y'all, that means I have a certain type of trust in y'all of what y'all do, and I'm not gonna be
I bet
you told me to buy that.
I'll give you the gems right here.
Because I'm sure if you telling me something to invest in something, you're probably investing in it too.
Doesn't mean it.
But you would.
That's true.
And if you down bad, I'm down bad. And if I lose $2,000, you just give it to me back from what you got.
That's a fact. But if you went to gyms right now, Roblox, one of the top gaming structures.
This is a personal conversation. I'm not gonna remember nothing
and then,
you're telling me right now.
you could listen to it. And then waste management. What's the gentleman's name? Warren Buffett's big on waste management. It's like 132 a share. And Coinbase at 300, but they said Coinbase is definitely gonna run it up. We can talk more on that. Do they want the financial segment right now? Because I could knock out a little bit.
I think they just got a big chunk of that. Let's not run away any of our listeners that might not be into finances. But why is Warren Buffett still investing? Doesn't he just want to relax and die at this point?
Investing is relaxing and dying. You just don't check your account.
But okay, so
if you traded, then you have to check your account.
Okay, so this guy is 135 years old. Okay, he's 90 years old and he just got married 10 years ago. Like what? He has not piped out his wife once in his life.
It's just the relationship. You want to talk to someone, someone would kiss your neck. You think he get that little tingling feeling in his lower back?
No.
Damn, does that go away when you get old?
Nah, you should not marry a woman that's 75.
But do you think that tingling feeling goes away if you get old?
1000%.
No.
Bro,
like, you know how you go up on a roller coaster, you go up it and you feel it when you coming down? Mm-hmm. You think that goes away?
Bro, you don't feel nothing.
No.
Your penis just becomes an extension of your body like a mole.
And ladies, y'all don't notice, but when you do whisper in the air, you get close to the air. Like, that reminds us of when we was in a car and we go up a hill and come down.
You said when you do the spin in the air?
Nah, when you speak in our ear, you know what I'm saying? Start kissing on our neck. Like that feeling.
That is sexy, right?
We go to that, we go back in our minds as little kids going up the hill and coming down when our parents are driving the car.
You know ASMR? The stuff where they're like, what else?
Yeah. We should do that.
In your ear. That would be real sexy.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had a girl try to be sexy?
When's the last time
you had it? In your ear. Like try to be sexy.
Nicki Minaj put the pussy on the sideburn.
You had that done before?
Nicki Minaj did it. To
you? Tell me more.
She had said it, and I had my AirPod it. Did I go over your head? This
man's ready to be a stand-up comedian. Let's get him on the stage. What do you think about The Rock is about to run for president of the United States?
Say that again.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is about to be the president of the United States.
Well, you asked me what I think. Yes, he's going to win. Why everyone loves Dwayne Johnson, right? We had talked about Dwayne Johnson about owning the XFL.
Yes,
of why it might be a big problem for the NFL because everyone loves Dwayne Johnson. White people love Dwayne Johnson. Hispanics love Dwayne Johnson. Black people love Dwayne Johnson. Why do white people love Dwayne Johnson? Because he has an Under Armour brand. Under Armour supports conservative views.
Really?
I don't know. They be having those clothes with the stripes, with the blue, and then the red flag, stripes and the bull. Why do black people love The Rock? They love The Rock because he has $7 in his account.
Oh my God, that is the worst commercial I've ever seen in my life, yo. First of all, you have somebody with $500 million net worth at the very least trying to do this. You know how, yeah, man, I was down bad at one point.
That's what they're going to do.
$7. Let me ask you a question. You don't remember any point in your life, at the brokest point in your life, how much exact amount of money you have. Anybody that tries to tell you who has $500 million now tells you they remember the exact dollar amount they had in their pockets, cut it out.
Come on.
Cut it out, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
You know how much he had.
You disrespecting the Johnson name. I'm pissed off.
Oh, shit. That's your
No,
uncle.
I'm pissed off. Now I'm not going to vote for you.
Everyone going to vote for him. Your vote don't matter at this point now.
You know how
you vote against him, your vote don't matter. You know,
as a black man, to tell another black man his vote don't matter, how crazy you sound right now?
But you know it's not going to matter.
You know how crazy you sound right now?
Damn, that used to be the thing. Don't vote.
Yeah, but that's such a ridiculous commercial. I'm back on that commercial. First of all, you don't remember how much money was in your pockets. But if you did, what are you trying to tell somebody? If you are broke, homeless with no money, go take your last $7 and put it into Acorn. What are you really saying to me, Dwayne?
I don't know. What is he saying to you?
Nothing. A whole bunch of nothing, which is why he would be a great president. Because presidents say a whole bunch of nothing. You feel me? And I think he would be a good president for liberals, right? Because his thing is like, yo, I just want to bring America together. But I don't think he's actually going to bring America together. Because, sure, he doesn't have any political affiliations, but he's doing The Rock Johnson nice. He hears people out. He's going to be PC. That are all liberal values. Don't say anything mean.
And guess what? Them conservative women like them a little nice piece of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. They gonna watch him.
The conservative woman or the liberal woman?
The conservative woman.
Okay.
And then their husband's gonna be forced to watch it.
Oh, so what you think?
Everyone gonna love Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Well, that's not what I was saying. You made it sound you was agreeing with what I was saying.
What you saying?
I think he's gonna be a liberal. I think he's gonna have to be a liberal. That's what fits his profile.
See, that's the thing. I don't think so. I think that he's so likable that he doesn't have... You gotta think. All right, Trump, obviously, what he said plays a role too, but look at how he looks. Take the Wayne The Rock Johnson. No matter what he says, I think people are still going to love him. And I don't think he's going to play either side.
Yeah, exactly. And
he's not going to play either side too strong.
That's a liberal value. Because
because Biden played a side too strong, and guess what he's doing? He played this side strong, but he's flipping a switch.
But didn't Biden say that coming in that he was going to try to bring America together, and he's doing everything but? Because there's not going to be any consolidation of the issue that we have politically.
Is it even a political issue now? Still,
it's an issue. It's just an issue.
Yeah, it's always been an issue. I guess it's just back to where it was when Obama was in office or before when Bush was in office.
I mean, I don't think Biden is the reason. I just think social media. I think Donald Trump is like... Donald Trump walked outside. This was Donald Trump, if I was to make an analogy. He walked outside with an umbrella, and it happened to be raining, and they thought that the umbrella brought the rain. So we seen Donald Trump come into office, and then we seen this like complete polarization of the political landscape, and we thought he's the reason that it happened. But it was quite the opposite. He just happened to be a very polarizing guy to come in when all these Twitter and all these different people and white nationalism and white supremacism was coming back on a rise.
No, it's not. But he pushed the narrative that it was okay to you could say stand up for yourself or have a voice. So people felt safer doing those things, saying those things, acting those way, wearing that apparel. Now you died it down. So it was Donald Trump. I wouldn't say that people were just like that. Okay, people were, but they were mute.
You gotta think the media controls.
What's
narratives.
the big thing of Donald Trump? MAGA.
Yeah,
motherfuckers is not wearing no type of George Bush hat as much as they was wearing a MAGA hat.
Because he created a movement. They got somebody to speak for them.
That's Donald Trump created the movement, right?
No, he didn't create the movement.
He didn't?
The movement had someone to speak for them. Just like...
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's
like
we said it before.
Black Lives Matter existed before George Floyd passed away.
Yeah.
That was just their red carpet. Hello, world, we're here.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was the same thing for white nationalists and white conservatives.
But he played a major role in it because what do they say? They say, why do you think Kanye West is a billionaire? He said, creators control the world. No one's going to be the next Mark Zuckerberg. No one's going to be the next Jack Dorsey. You understand? They're not going to create something and make billions.
So perfect.
The person that's going to make the billions, the content creator. Who was the content creator?
Donald Trump was the creator. What did we learn from the book Outliers? Creators create, but they create. The only time you become a Donald Trump, you become a Bill Gates, you become a Mark Zuckerberg, is when the world is already rolling into that direction.
I think Donald Trump, even if he was just the president now, it still would be the same thing. I understand you're playing social media into the picture, but
I'm not doing it. That's what it is.
Yeah, but regardless of the fact, even like from that point on to the future, that it would still happen.
What would still happen?
Like whatever happened during Donald Trump era, the same thing would happen because of who he is and what he was voicing.
But I think long after Donald Trump is gone, this issue, I don't know. The issue is not going to continue to go on because there's going to be things are getting more and more rough and things are eventually going to come to a head, right? It's just like any civil war. I hope a civil war. I hope we've learned enough from our past to not let it get to a civil war. But we're either going to have it's like a divorce, bro. It's either y'all going to be like, all right, let's sit down, work this shit out, do some therapy. Maybe we need country therapy as a country, as a bipartisan country. Like, yo, Republicans, Democrats, we need therapy. We need to figure out how to coincide with each other, right? Or due to irreconcilable differences, we're going to go into a civil war.
Do you think we're going to go into a civil war? What are you reading that's like...
I'm not reading anything.
What are you seeing?
Okay, so...
Because I don't be seeing nothing no more. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, because Biden's in office. So the mainstream media is not... Listen, Donald Trump was a messenger that was a very bad guy, and the message that he was giving was diluted because he was giving it. We've heard it since a kid. Who gives a fuck about the messenger? That's curse number 3. Did you get the message? Right? Donald Trump's message was, what was I saying exactly?
We were talking about Dwayne The Rock Johnson becoming president.
Right before I brought up the message part. Wait, what was I saying? Oh my God, I forgot. Donald Trump's message to the world was fake media. That is not a thing. That is real. The left side media, they literally control narratives. They
Both
do not
sides
report.
medias.
They both, but we know liberals run the world. They run the country. That's the thing. Let's be honest. Conservatives are the minority, and that's why you get into them saying like, "Yo, we feel underrepresented. We feel like black people." That's why they down south are so angry, and they say, "Yo, I don't care about black people's issues because I feel like I'm a minority." Politically, they are. We understand that is not even equal to being black because you could be a Republican today and a Democrat tomorrow, right? And Republicans were never prosecuted and killed for who they are or enslaved.
But you just said a black person could be Republican today.
Anybody could be. I'm saying it's not equal to being black. If you're black, you're black.
The black men have their own party, guys.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
I'm listening to you.
But so Trump was spitting a real fact. Listen, fake media is a thing. And Trump had these messages and they were never getting through to the public because it's, hey, he's a bad guy. Don't listen to what he's saying. Right? And that's to my point. Why do I feel like there's going to be a civil war? What am I seeing? I'm seeing patterns that happened in prior civil wars. People becoming so intolerable with the other group that they find it hard to even treat them as human beings. Imagine certain black kids get shot and conservative and Republican men down south find it hard to even find any bit of love in their heart for that person. They're sticking to a narrative. You know what? All cops are good. I don't care. Y'all complain too much, black people. Cops get shot in the head, and you have liberals and black people saying, yo, it is what it is. Y'all are messing with us. Or whatever the case may be. We don't view each other as human anymore, bro. And that's why you coming up with all these militant groups. Because they letting y'all know, yo, if y'all try to mess with me, I'm ready to defend myself. What do you think that's going to lead to? Do you know gun sales have gone up by like 30% in the past few years?
Well, I know the pandemic plays a major role in that.
Why do you think the pandemic played a big role in that?
Because motherfuckers was scared that their lights were going to get turned off and they need to protect their house.
I don't think, I guess you could say that. Or
because there was a scarce of everything. You think people going to rob you.
Okay, that's true.
You know? I'm trying to see what you see on the news. Like, where you getting this from?
It's not the news. It's how, well, the news too. It's how we treat each other. That's what it is. It's when a mass shooting happens, it's already being politicized. How about we mourn the deaths of people?
But how you know there's a mass shooting happening?
On the media.
That's what I'm saying. What are you watching?
I watch all different news media. I watch Fox. I watch...
Oh, so that's what's on the news?
Mass shootings?
Yeah.
I mean, if a mass shooting happens, yeah. There was a mass shooting yesterday. Someone in...
I don't be knowing these shits.
Someone in... They walked into a FedEx and killed 8 people, and then he took his own life.
You know what's crazy? I knew that was going to be the next big thing when Biden got in office. I'm like, mass shooting is going to be the next big thing. They got to go back to something that sells. It was racism. You get Biden in office, right, to calm down the racism. Try to. Mass shooting is going to always be the next big thing to sell.
Mally, I've trained fighting fishes before. You know what you do to fighting fishes to make them bad? You get little... We call it cochlear flex. This little, you get it from like the leaves of a coconut tree. When you strip the leaves down, there's a long piece of wood in the middle. You take it, you flick their tails. When you flick their tails, you put up a mirror in in the fish tank, and they charge at the mirror. But they're not realizing that it's them. They're having a full-on fight with the mirror. And that's how you train them to fight, and then you drop 2 trained fighter fishes. I forgot what you guys call them. You guys don't call them fighter fishes because I don't think you guys know that they fight.
I ain't even know about these fish.
You guys call them beta fishes. Word. The pretty tails, and they flare up. They flare up because that's when they get angry. Mm-hmm. That's on the site where they get angry and they charge. That's how you train them. You take the little cochlear flex, you tap the tail, they turn around, enemy. Boom, they charge. That is what our media is doing to us. They're tapping our tails.
Yeah.
Hey, mass shooting caused by a white guy. Hey, we need gun control. And then we all turn around and guess what? We are the mirrors of each other. Conservatives and liberals, we're the mirror image of each other.
Yo, Nick, I train midget fighters.
What?
And you know what I had to do to get them mad?
What?
I call them. I say you short.
You
Nah, but
training
you're
yourself to
right though. Nah, you're right though. That's exactly what the news media did. I had told my I'm like, yo, don't watch the news. Watch something else. But here's the thing: what old people don't know: notifications. She was like, I can't. It just pops up on my phone. Guess what? Old people don't know what to do.
What?
They don't know how to control the notifications on their phone.
I'll say this right now. You always tell me that, and I've always taken that like, yo, maybe we stop listening to so much news. I have a podcast. I can't stop listening to news because this is what I do.
You can't. But I'm talking about, let's talk about older generations, Nick. Now we're talking about how social media plays a role in these people's lives. You could tell someone to stop. When they stop, what pops up? A notification. People don't know how to use the technology of how to stop the notification. No.
But this is what I want to bring up to you. Do you think that's safe to stop paying attention to news? Like you don't know what's going on in the country
honestly,
right now.
as a black person, yeah, that's because at the end of the day, the only way for change, you are a different story.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, because people go into work and they feel this way towards another race, or they only want to talk about this. They only see one side of something. But honestly, if we start talking about, you know me, I'm a financial. I like finances. I love it. If we start talking about that, we'll have some more money in the pocket. And we could really change something.
But would you care? Like, where's the motivation for you to change something if you don't pay attention to what's going on? And that's what we see with a lot of black people in this country. That's why it was different when we just came out of Jim Crow, when we just came out of slavery. We were well aware and politically informed. So when we did get money, Theodore Roosevelt, Mason Howard says, okay, I had my foot in the water, 1 foot out of the water. I was messing with these racist people, but I'm politically informed. So now I'm going to make a difference in my community. A Lil Wayne, who doesn't know anything but his world of performing, now he has 300 million. Where's the deep burning inside for him to say, let's go make a change? There is none, because all you've paid attention to is finance. Your mind is not, Malcolm,
but
your mind is not going to change.
Relax. What I'm saying, it's already there, right? So I'm trying to the noise. We heard the noise, we seen it. What I'm trying to say is we could change it now to let's talk about something different. Why are we gonna keep talking about the same thing? So why would we keep talking about the same thing for over 4 years? It's not gonna there's no change that's going to happen unless you have funds. You could go turn on the CNBC. You could turn on CNBC, right? Learn something new. And look how they run their commercials, right? People need to also understand how these news channels run their commercials too.
Malcolm, when you think about getting rich, you think about it for selfish reasons, not about your community. Let's be honest.
No.
Same thing for me.
No. You can't say that. Look at Nick, you could look at the commercial. Relax, bro. Relax. Why are you getting so tight?
Because it's something I'm passionate about. This is what the fuck happened.
But that's understand for you. I'm talking about the people that are using the news outlets just to go talk to their friend. Like, that's bad. That's bad at the end of the day, because you're talking about something where the only way to change it is for funds. And what I'm saying is, if we watch CNBC, it enlightens you to create. That's what we are. We are creators in this world, because the commercials are different businesses. You understand? When you watch the news, watch the commercials, bro. I was watching the news channel, and because I was at the gym, and the only thing about black people was they were old, unhealthy people. Or they needed something. And there was some guy there to protect them, a black guy there to solve all these problems. It was nothing to help you create something. It was to make you feel bad about yourself. And I'm like, that's not how we should portray news. And yet again, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about the people that have seen us taking this daily intake of just the news just to talk to it about their friends, when there's a different way where you can look at the news in a different way of watching it as a business. It allows you to create.
Okay, I get creating. I'm a very creative person.
I'm not talking about you, Nick.
No, I get it, Malcolm. I'm not. Don't think I'm referring to myself. What I'm saying is
you are though. You saying I create. I you sound like
but I'm letting you. I brought myself up because I don't think creating and getting money and having business ideas means that you cannot be politically informed. And that's Theodore Roosevelt Howard was in fucking. That's a small
percentage.
So why don't we aim to be the small percentage? He made change. He's regarded as the godfather of the civil rights movement. Why? Because not only was he involved in creating and making money, but he was also had his ears open to the streets. If he didn't, he would have made his money and sat down with his white friends and said, "Listen, life is good."
That's what I said. That the noise is there. We heard the noise and we seen it.
He didn't hear noise.
Okay,
he put in work. He learned about it. He was informed.
Nick, we see what's going on. What is there? What is the way to change it?
Bro.
Nick, we seen I'm talking about, what are you talking about? Anything that's on the news, right?
Being actually informed.
Okay, you're being informed. You understand what happened.
Diligently.
Okay, right.
Your ideology is don't pay attention to the news at all.
Because you already seen what happened in the news. If you want change, I'm talking about, I'm just saying, if people want change in a certain area of things, you just watching it and complaining about it's not going to do nothing.
I agree.
You watch it, you've seen it, you understand what's going on.
Study it.
Now you go find a way we go get your funds up, and the funds wash everything. We'll clean it all up. We all know that funds clean everything up. We all know that. But this is the problem I have with some people. Some people are watching it, and I guess they're not studying it. They're not doing that. The masses are not studying it. So you don't even have to go on this side of trying to get your funds up and learn something different. Then the masses aren't studying it, and that's the masses' problem. Then.
So once again,
they're not studying it.
Okay, so once again, we get to the mirror analogy again.
You found the answer.
That's your answer. You have the mirror analogy. You have people over here that are just watching, not doing anything, not putting coins in their pockets. You have people over here who are not watching shit, but patting their pockets, and the issue is in the middle, and we still not getting to the issue.
But you said they're not studying it.
They're not studying it, and this group of people are just focused on making money, not studying it.
But the masses aren't studying it, Nick. I'm not saying the masses are on this side getting money. No, the masses are watching it and not studying it. That's a fact. And are the masses watching the news?
Yes.
But are they studying it?
No. But what about the people who are making money? We're speaking about solving an issue.
Nick, so the people watching, so the people that watching it, they need to study it. Mm-hmm. So tell them how to study it, because you're studying it. So tell them. Yeah, I told him something. I gave him an option. What is your option for the people that are watching it and not studying? The people that are watching and not studying, I said, look, do this, because you already seen it.
But seeing it is not going to do anything for you.
Nick, can you give the people the answer of what to do, how to study it, to solve it?
Do your due diligence. Watch the news. Google stuff. Learn stuff from smart people who are smarter than you.
Thank you.
Just like, listen, bro, all these ESPN people, right? You think Stephen A. Smith is the smartest guy and he knows all these intricate things about sport? You know why he does? Because he's do his due diligence. He reads articles, he reads scouting reports, and they drop the actual gems.
Yes.
So you do the same thing when it comes politically. To Malcolm's point, this is I'm very young and studying and reading stuff. This is how I found you can increase your knowledge.
Yes.
You read what smart people have to say, and one day you come up with your own ideas. That's what these college professors do. They study, and then they get smart enough where, okay, I'm going to put out my ideologies from my bank of knowledge.
There you go.
It's called standing on the shoulders of giants. You learn what the older people did, and then you come up with your own ideology so the next generation could study.
And guess what we just...
That's how you study. But also, I'm saying I think both sides need to do that. Including, I think T.R.M. Howard is my number one hero in life, apart from family.
Respect.
That's what he did. He literally almost got kicked out of doctor school. When he was the head of his first hospital, he didn't get renewed because he was too political, just in his ideology. And he played ball. He supported racist politicians because he was playing ball. And when he put himself in a position, he was knowledgeable enough to know that I needed to help. I'm telling you right now, we see all these millionaires, bro. They probably said the same thing when they was young. Hey, man, we've heard it. I don't care about what is going on over there. I'm rich. We've heard rappers say that before. Well, that's because they're not emotionally...
Let's not talk about rappers.
But they're getting their coin. But that, to me, and don't interrupt me, because this is my point. You're saying focus on getting your coins up, and then we will go to the issue. That is a rapper's mindset. Get our coins up, and then you always hear them, yeah, we're going to help the community out. But then you get the money. What community are you going to help out when all you see is white girls in Europe and concerts?
But I was not talking about rappers. That's the thing. That's not the target I was going after. I'm
talking about businessmen too, who live the rapper lifestyle where all you see is luxury. All you see is successful black people who are not getting shot, who are not dealing with poverty. Where's your motivation to fight for these people?
But they don't have the private prisons on top of them. That's why I don't correlate what I'm saying to a rapper, because on top of a rapper is private prisons.
What do you mean?
As in the people that that in the music industry making the big money own private prisons, so they funding the criminal activity of the rap music. So I was just talking about
what does that have to do with rapper,
but basically
because there's woke rappers that help the community. I mean,
well, yeah, small percentage, right? So
what percentage of black investors you think help the black community? A big percentage?
A big percentage, yes.
Oh,
they
my
make
God.
people change the way they think. Basically, what I'm saying, because if the masses are just watching the news. And honestly, bro, why don't you be happy that we both gave people two different options of what they could do to help?
Because I don't agree with what you're saying. If you
all right, that's fine then. That you don't agree. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
That's fine. All right, relax.
Exactly.
Relax.
Bro, it's not no relax. I'm passionate about it. You should not be offended by me being... we have a podcast, bro.
I understand that.
Why are you getting offended by me being passionate?
How am I getting offended?
Because you're saying relax. Yelling. Because it's a podcast. It sells. Joe Budden sold because he yells.
All right, chill out. So look, we gave you guys two options. Look, if you're in it, if you're just watching it to watch it, then you go to your job, you go to complain about something, study it, right? Then you can create an idea. If not, you see what happened. You could go on this side and learn something different and be able to accumulate some funds and go back to help. Basically what I'm also saying is too, that right there, any project too needs funding. So do something different.
And T.R.M. Howard was the biggest funder of the civil rights movement. Martin Luther King used to introduce him for speeches. He's the one that talked to Rosa Parks the day before she got on the bus in protest. And he was a millionaire, one of the richest men in Mississippi at the point. And he was the most knowledgeable man when it comes to civil rights issue. That's why when what's the young kid who got killed? The kid who they called false rape on him and they killed it. They killed him. The white man killed him. Why can't I remember his name? Everyone knows the little black boy that falsely was accused of rape by a white woman and they killed him. That's why he was there, because he was in tune. If he was out of tune, he wouldn't give a f about. Why can't I remember this little boy's name? I forgot his name, but basically,
you wouldn't be informed in today's world if you're getting your funds up.
Wow, that's crazy to me. And that's why I was passionate, because that's such an impulsive take to me. But here's the thing, me and you. So here's the thing, right? I plan on getting my money up. I am going to be informed, and maybe I die broke. Listen.
You got a healthy smoothie spot, right? Mm-hmm. But you already know that my black people need jobs, right? They need more funds, right? You don't need to be in tune on a certain news, but like, I'm helping the black community. I'm giving people jobs, right? When you're giving people jobs, you helping them put money in their pocket. They don't have to go somewhere else to get a job, or they feel some type of way.
Give me an example of somebody with this ideology that has made a difference in the black community.
I'm not saying you're ignoring the situation, Nick. What I'm saying is you're helping it. What I'm saying is I'm talking to the people that they see the situation and not doing nothing about it. So we came to the conclusion that, hey, one, you could study, create ideas to solve the problem, or hey, you see it, then you go, okay, how can I help it? I can help it by creating more jobs for my people.
I don't think that
could be a problem with people. They're not getting funds.
I don't think when you sit down, when I sit down and I think about getting rich, personally, I think about making differences for Trinidad, but that's not a black-white thing. That's just where I'm from and most of my family live there, right? I don't think most people, including myself, when we sit down, we think about getting rich, we're thinking about the community. We're thinking about personal wealth.
No, that's what I do.
Respectfully.
Okay, I drive
Respectfully.
around Long Island, I see it, bro. You see it. It's like, wow, why is it not a black healthy spot? Like, you think about all the people that could cook. Like, you be like, wow, if so I had the funds, I could talk to someone like, yo, we could put our money together and open up a food spot for you to create more jobs for the kids in this neighborhood. You understand? And that's not ignoring the side of it. You're adding value. We both just added value to people. We are solving a problem of people not studying and a problem of people just watching the news and not doing nothing about it.
And black people getting rich and not helping the community also.
Okay, yeah, that too. And that's why my big thing was like, yo, if you make over $10 million as a black person, why do we not have a 1% tax on your salary where it could fund school and everything? We know the number one thing is education.
Over 10 million should be a 10% tax a million out of your pockets.
Yeah, but that's true. You wish. That would be the greatest thing ever.
And NAACP, let's see what's up with that.
Bro, just 1%. If you make over 10 million as a black person, just 1%.
And it goes to the community that you're from.
You're from.
So that way it disperses evenly.
It don't even have to disperse evenly.
And I'll say this.
We were
Myself,
hoping too.
all I feel like I do is I read and I study with like different issues and stuff, and not only the black community. I'm just trying to understand the life, the condition of life in America and other countries. And Malcolm knows this. I was big into real estate and finances, but lately I've kind of fell off of that. I don't know why, but that's something I kicked myself about. Like, yo, you need to get back into your financial bag, because at the end of the day, being woke and being broke, that should be a bar. Don't be woke and broke, nigga. You go back to sleep and wake up with a plan. You feel me? And being a rich and being a bitch is the same thing. If you're not down for your community, like, what does it matter? And that's what I was trying to say. That's a mirror. The broken woke is equal to the rich and bitch.
Yeah.
And that's what basically I was trying to say.
Okay.
You feel me?
I see.
So y'all need to come in the middle with your knowledge. You need to come in the middle with your knowledge and ideas about finances and how to apply your finances. Come with your money and your and being aware of what's going on in the community, and that's how change is gonna be done. But we can't stay on the outside and be like, yo, I'm broke and woke, you rich and bitch, and we gonna make it happen like that.
I hope majority of our listeners do listen to Larry June or tune into Earn Your Leisure too, because there's people out there. If you don't know these people, go look them up, because there is people out there to solve the problem. Like, it's there. It's up to you to do your homework. You know, that's really it.
You know what's funny? If I was to have a conversation with Earn Your Leisure, I would ask them, what are your, and maybe their answer, but I would be interested to hear the answer. What is your idea? What is your plan of helping the black community? And an easy way they can understand that is answer that is by saying, giving financial knowledge. And okay, you won right there. You probably don't have to donate $1 to near, whatever they call those,
The NAACP
or anything.
Oh yeah.
Or what do they call it? Like give money to charities.
Yeah.
If your goal is to give financial advice to the black community, okay, you won. But I would be interesting if that's not their thing. Do they actually have a plan with all this financial knowledge they're having?
They have a school, affordable school. Okay. They have a network, so they have people under them. So that means that if you're under them, you're getting put on their page, which means you're accumulating more views, because that makes it easy. I look at it like
that's all putting money in their pockets also, though.
But that's how it's gonna have to be, right? Somebody has to eat. If the what they say, the Rothschilds funding stuff, right? Somebody has to eat. So it's always gonna be like this, regardless of the fact. But here's the thing, though, because you're up here, you have the views. You put someone on under you, they're getting the more views. Someone's going on their show to speak. Do you think that's gonna help their business?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which means that if that person's for the people too, I mean, it's a trickle down effect of good things coming down, better than a whole even playing field.
What about other class of people like a TRM Howard, where you're just shelling out $10,000 to fight a case for?
I mean, that's what they do on Market Mondays. It's not for a case, but motherfuckers is like, yo, we're giving out $1,000, and people in the YouTube comments like, MG the More guys be like, I'm adding 1,000 to what you just said. I'm giving out free courses. Like, they doing stuff. Obviously, it's not to that level, but still, it's not like motherfuckers is being blind to the aspect of it. like free consultation call. I'll teach you how to start up your trading account. I mean, you doing stuff.
Since we're on the topic of issues in the black community, what did you think about the death of Duante Wright and also I forgot the gentleman's name, the lieutenant that was pulled over by the cops? Do you know who Duante Wright is, right?
Did I see that video?
Duante Wright was that one? Kim Porter, the cop who mistakenly pulled out her taser, happened to be a 40-year-old man and shot and killed Duante Wright.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, those situations is hard too. Like that, those are the things where you wish that the cop could have. Especially, let's talk about the incident with the lieutenant. The
lieutenant, go ahead.
Like maybe you just call someone. You see that he's not really a harm, and you call someone and go, "Yo, hey, you need to talk to this guy, and we need to see what's really going on." Mm-hmm. You know, heat of the moment. That situation with Duante Wright, right? Is that his name?
Duante Wright, yes, Duante Wright.
I did see the video. Yet again, I seen another video. The guy said that if you don't know the difference from your dominant hand and your weak hand, you shouldn't be a cop.
Or the difference of how a fully loaded Glock feels to a taser that is bright yellow. And I'm guessing they made it bright yellow so you don't. If you're in the heat of a situation and you can't feel the weight of it or the shape of it, at least you might see it as a bright yellow.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it being on different sides. Now, I'm not going to say, I'm going to say that the cop did it purposely. I'm not here to say that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. But it's a stressful event that these people are in. Everyone's in a stressful event. You need someone to calm it down. Go ahead, bro. I'm cutting you off.
No. You're not cutting me off.
Listen, I'm all ears like an elephant.
So this was my thing. In the Duante Wright situation, he got out. He was compliant. And then he made a dash to get in his car and drive away. He got shot. By no means that's right. He did do that. Yeah, by no means does that get the cop off the hook. Like, it's equally a crime. As if I was a black father, I would tell my son, listen, don't do that. Yeah, that's really don't do that. Fun. Yeah, don't do that. You are a black man. It's so unfortunate that what you did is exactly what could happen to a black man doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you don't do that, right? In the situation with the lieutenant, I'm so sorry that I can't remember his name right now. He was maced, right? And I was like, dude, just get out of the car. Once again, you're a black man. You know they're not going to have no remorse for you. The cop handled that situation horribly, but get out the car. And then I did a little bit more research. The lieutenant, he was related to Eric Garner, right? Duante Wright, his teacher was the lady who was just on the stand a week ago in the George Floyd situation. George Floyd's girlfriend. George Floyd's girlfriend was Duante Wright's teacher, right? Eric Garner was the cousin of that lieutenant that got pulled over. And then I started thinking, trauma in the black community, especially amongst black men. I can't even say that I would have told my son not to react the way those two young black men react, because thankfully the lieutenant wasn't killed. Thankfully he wasn't shot. Unfortunately for Duante Wright, he was. That's probably what he was fearing in the first fucking place. Trauma. If you hear black people that you're close to, we know the country as a whole, we have trauma. We see it as black men have trauma, right? There's a name for women who's been abused, right? Have you ever gotten a dog from the pound that has been abused, locked in the house, not fed? They act differently because they're traumatized. Women who have been in traumatizing relationship, what do they call it? Battered woman syndrome? They act differently. In certain situations, they're not even thinking. They're reacting off of instinct because that trauma was so deep. Do we think possibly the one group of men who are persecuted in the streets without a court date, constantly shot, constantly bullied, you don't think that there's going to be some thoughts going through their head that make them make these rash decisions? By no means they should get shot or killed for it, but that's why they make these rash decisions. How do I know that this guy who was close to George Floyd, in the sense that his teacher, who knows, that could have been his favorite teacher. He could have been closer. He could have talked to her about the George Floyd situation, called her and consoled her. And he's thinking, damn, is this shit going to end like another George Floyd situation? and in that fight or flight moment decide I got to get out of here because he's panicking. Have you guys ever had a panic attack before? You feel like you just got to move. I got to get somewhere. Your mind takes over. Hundreds of years of evolution has put that in our mind, bro.
That's true.
So who's to say these young black men are not so traumatized that they make these rash decisions and they still get killed?
Do you think Duante Wright had something in his car?
No, he had nothing. He had nothing in his car, which makes it even crazier. You know what I mean? Like, you just dashed. Bro, I think he could have had a panic attack and just had, I might get killed. That lieutenant, he said, I was just driving to get to a place that was well lit. Because I'm a black man. I know what can happen. And look, it still kind of happened. Right? And that's why Reverend Al Sharpton said, we had demonstration, now we need legislation. There needs to be some type of legislation going on that black people, the cops, I'm sorry to say this, bro, y'all got to treat us differently now. Because you understand that hundreds of years of what y'all did to us, we are now traumatized. So we might not mean to run when we see y'all, but we're scared of. You ever heard of life or fucking death, fight or flight? Who said that we're not going through that when the cops? Bro, have you ever drove past a cop on the highway and your heart dropped?
Good boy.
As a law-abiding black man. And by the way, this is not how I felt when I first heard this story. Because I'm not the type of dude to be like, it's there. Let me jump on it and just be. Bro, I consider myself a conservative Republican. I don't know shit about politics, but that's what I can. You know what I mean?
You in the black man party.
I'm in the black man party.
Don't correlate a conservative.
Shout out to Colin North. Shout out to Officer Tatum. Shout out to all the black conservatives. We breaking apart. We starting our own shit.
Sour cream.
How much curse words am I at right now?
10.
No, I'm not. No, I am not. I've been keeping count. I'm not paying for your wings.
You have 5. 6.
Who's to know battered woman syndrome? Black man syndrome. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple.
You keeping it real simple for them. Like, black men are just supposed to forgive everything and forget.
How are we supposed to? Do y'all think we're a different species because we play in the NFL and the NBA and we could run and dunk high and be the best? Like, we're not invincible, yo.
We not. It's crazy talking about these incidents too.
It's crazy. It's sad.
Yeah, you bringing a light on. Like, I'm glad you did. I can't play devil advocate to that. It's hard to.
You can't.
You can't. Somebody can though.
Let them. I don't let them do it, bro. Because I'm not. I try my best not to be tribal.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's black, Trinidadian. I'm gonna look at stuff from a clean slate and put my 2 cents towards it. And I'm telling you, at first, I said, "Damn, Duante, why you did that?"
Yeah.
Damn, Duante, why you did that? 30 seconds later, damn, Duante, I know why you did that. You were scared of exactly what happened. And who's to say it wouldn't have happened?
Yeah, you gotta think, I don't know where they're at, but wherever they
right where they killed George Floyd.
Minnesota.
That's where they was at. Right where they killed.
What they call the Black Knights? That's what the Ku Klux Klan was called up north. The Black Knights, I believe. Initially.
I think the Black Knights was like up north? There was KKK up north?
Yeah, Malcolm X, when he was in Ohio, they said that they was called the Black Knights. They wore all black.
Really?
Yeah, and it was the KKK. But
up north.
Up north. I'm not saying that that's how he seen it or he knew it like that, but you're Minnesota, all white cops. Incident happened.
Yo, bro.
That could put the trauma all in,
I seen
like, what happened?
I seen one of my friends post this on IG. The mayor, the police chief 50 years ago, this important one, this politician, all members of the KKK from that city. The post said you can't make this shit up. And now we see, okay, it's a track record. Who said no before we were paying attention, all the incidents that happened to unarmed black men? We have 2 in the past year.
In Minnesota, you're talking about, right?
In that same county.
Yeah.
In the same county. So as Reverend Al Sharpton said, we've already, what did he say? Damn. Yo, he be dropping bars. I like listening to all them old school civil rights dudes. they be dropping bars. He said, damn, I forgot that. I have to say it again. What did he say? We've already demonstrated we need
legislate.
Yeah, we already demonstrate. Now we need to legislate.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a fact.
Oh, we already had the demonstration. Now we need legislation.
We give me out the best of both worlds.
Come on. And he had another one too. I forgot what he said. He was like, damn, I forgot. He's like, the bad cops are not going to change, so they need to be arraigned or something like that. Basically, we need to prosecute all these bad cops because they're not going to change. Right? We've now, and he also brought up a great point when he's talking on CNBC. Now we starting seeing cracks in the blue shield where cops are getting on the stand denouncing other cops. There's multiple cops that went on the stand and denounced Derek Chauvin. And he applauded that because he said back in the day, there was none of that.
Yeah.
It was a unified shield.
Yeah.
And he's happy to see that now. There's change happening. People.
Yeah, that's a fact.
There's change happening.
And that's why you gotta be, I don't even say be careful, but understand why it's okay for people like doing stuff. Like people standing up for this type of bullying because change is happening. You know, and my mom had stated it, like I was telling her, I was like, yo, watch, you should be watching this. She goes, no, because if I turn it off, then there wouldn't be this type of change. So yeah, we definitely congratulate people for that. Like that's crazy. People are like, yo, we live in a whole different. It's like how we look at the stock market. It's a whole different world now. Motherfuckers is telling each other it is what it is.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good because you know what happens? Just like, hey, bro, just to put it this way, white people are the ones who fought against and ratted out other white people to the point where black people weren't slaves anymore. Right? It was white people fighting amongst themselves, saying like, "Yo, nah, that ain't right.
Yeah,
that ain't right." A certain video, like, yeah, sure, the police got body cams now, but who's to say they recorded if they're all in unison? It never gets released. Oh, the video disappeared, just like homeboy who was fondling kids on the island, Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, the cameras went out. It just happened at the point when he died. The cameras went out. They could have did that for George Floyd. They could have did that for Duante Wright. That was the only video was a body cam video, but there are good actors in that whole system now that are saying no. Go out to the media because you on some bullshit, Officer Kim Porter or whoever it may be. You know what I mean?
Go out to the media. Really kicking them to the curb like, yo, go to the fucking wolves.
Yeah.
With the cameras.
The cameras. And y'all my family, but get out of here because guess what? It's that same religious fervor that burned throughout the North that said, listen, we're against slavery. It's the same thing that I think might be happening in the systemic racist organization that is the police enforcement in America. Yeah. So,
you know what would sell?
What?
When you go like this. When you do that with your eyes, like, yeah, all right, bro. Nigga.
Wait, what you mean?
What you mean
it sells? I just did that?
It sells.
Why does it sell?
It sells. It's funny.
Did I just do that?
Yeah. I
looked a little mook doing that?
No. You look mook. I don't know if I look mook. I'm just trying to impersonate you. It's not mook. It sells, though. It sells onto your jokes. It sells onto the narrative.
Like it makes you seem like, yo, is that what
funny.
I did?
It's funny. If you do a joke, why? It's funny.
But RIP to Duante Wright. Thank God we don't have to say RIP to that lieutenant.
Yeah.
Because that and one last thing on that. The cop is such full of bullshit. And this is how, you know how when you do something bad, like you're a man and you cheat and then you know what you did was wrong. Yeah. Then you start acting weird. you know what I mean?
Hey, Texas. What's the name say? Offset say?
What?
I ain't cheat.
I was entertaining it though. you start saying shit like that, right? The cop, first of all, the guy said, yo, I'm scared to get out of the car. He said, you should be. Gun pointed at him. After the incident, they just released this video a few days ago.
What he said?
He was like, come on, man, why'd you do that? You know the climate right now between us and y'all? You know what the climate is like for you guys and for us? Meaning black people and cops?
Yeah.
But you going to tell the black man you should be scared?
Yeah.
How aware are you of the climate? How aware are you of the climate? Yeah. You feel me?
What climate are you aware of? You told
I
him to
gotta
fair
stop
for-
with the analogies because I was about to make a foul analogy, but yeah, what type of you in the tropics, huh? You think it's all warm and cute? That's the climate that you was talking about.
That's crazy. 2 guns on him too.
2 guns on him. You shouldn't be scared. And then say, "Come on, man. You know the climate."
Blame it on him.
I don't know.
You should have never did that. You should have just listened to me.
Exactly, but
That's a good way. Hey, look, guys, that's the answer to it. Guys, if you have an argument with someone, they go, "Why don't you just listen to the cops?" I'm traumatized.
But I don't even think that's an excuse, bro. That's
It's not
real
a-
shit.
No, that's real shit though. If you really traumatized, you really traumatized, and you can't. Who are you? Like if a woman's scared of men, who are you to go? I'm the right one.
That's why
She's still gonna feel some type of way towards men.
just like we had the Me Too movement, where clearly we overprotected women. Overprotected. We don't know. Approaching a woman is wrong now, but why? Because women were, you know what I mean? They can't protect themselves against men. A lot of women are traumatized. We know women who are raped, sexually assaulted. They don't always go to the cops, right? Because they have these issues that stop them from doing that. They want to get close to the abuser so they don't feel that if it's as bad. They want to not think it because it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? So we had to oversell the trauma that women went through to kind of get it to a point where people understood it's not okay. And I think what Reverend Al Sharpton was saying, we already demonstrated, now we need to legislate it. Kamala Harris, you are in the White Office. Y'all have the majority in the Senate. What are y'all going to do about this? Because I am not a victim. I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to feel like, y'all got to help us out. But what I think happens is that there needs to be provisions that when you deal with a black man, you need to approach it with extra caution. Because we don't see videos of white unarmed men getting shot for stupid things. We don't see it. And I'm telling you, I'm not the Black Lives Matter person who's just completely unbiased. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Yeah, if y'all listen to this podcast, y'all should know that.
Yeah, we talk all about them funds.
Come on, we about the funds. We about to get rich and forget about black people.
Yo, that shit funny as hell. That was
But no funny. That's why we need to give a lot of props to the athletes that we have today. Because for years, Charles Barkley and them wasn't talking about black people's issues.
They couldn't.
They could have. I mean,
Nah, they could have. What you think would happen if they did? Am I cutting you off?
No, you're not cutting me off. I don't know.
I think they would have just lost. Like Magic Johnson wouldn't be who Magic Johnson is.
You know why? I don't think because, and maybe they didn't know, but they are the ones that loved. And that, bro, sports is by far, other than the civil rights movement, sports, black people in sports have been the second biggest push for black people in this country.
That's a fact. They did their thing.
They
They held
did
it
their
down.
thing.
They had people. I'm not watching sports.
Yeah, right.
Bro, it was the middle of a baseball game. Both teams was there. I was out to eat, I think, and they just didn't play.
Why?
And then I think it was the Mets versus some red team, and they didn't play because of Black Lives Matter. This right after George Floyd. And then 3 Mets players like, I'm not playing.
I think that happened with the Nets versus the Timberwolves too. They didn't play.
Yeah, I'm not playing. That's very powerful. That speaks volume.
And that's because we love and we revere and we put athletes on a pedestal. So I think like maybe they didn't know that. Maybe athletes back then didn't know the power they had. But if Michael Jordan said, "Nah, nigga, fuck that. Black Lives Matter," he would have lost 1 or 2 sponsorships. He wouldn't have lost Jordan because Jordan is not dumb. You feel me? It is about the bag. Look at LeBron. Michael Jordan always said, conservative. He said that, right? Conservative buys shoes too. And he was scared that he would lose out on a lot of money. LeBron is the farthest leftist socialite possible, and he's still the richest basketball player.
Yeah, they love LeBron.
It didn't stop $1 from his pockets.
You know what's crazy? You know why I'm mad at LeBron?
Why?
Because he don't tell his portfolio.
What do you mean?
Like his what stocks he's buying, the
True.
ETFs he own. I'm like, LeBron, you could then tweet this shit.
KD is very good at doing that. What did you? I sent you the link about.
Yeah, I didn't do any.
You didn't do no research on
I
that?
know about Coinbase, but
Is that where he made that money from?
yeah, I guess he was a private investor on it.
I think he.
But they have $50 million in capital. I wish I would have seen it because they didn't do initial public offering. So they did a DPO, I think direct public offering, and people that do DPOs have money, which means that they just go on the stock market just to go on the stock market. They don't need money from the public. So when people do IPO, so it's a whole bunch of things, but the top two is IPO, and IPO is like, okay, I can't get any more funding, or you reach the max, you need to go public and get funding from the public. So you go into the stock market, and then we have the SPACs, and those were the big things. Like a lot of companies have been going through SPACs, which means a big boy is just like, yo, just go in the fucking market. Like we don't need any private money, just go in the market. But the thing about SPACs is they could take their shit off the market whenever they want. You understand? There's some good ones like DraftKings. Hey, look, I just dropped the gem for y'all. Football's about to open back up. I mean, what else more do you want? New York has to find a way to make more money. What else do you guys want? So check out DraftKings.
And on the DraftKings tip too, I think the New York Jets is about to get the best quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna get in there.
Feel me?
So DPO is Coinbase did DPO and they have $50 billion in capital, so they have money. They didn't need any funding, anything to go in the stock market.
Right. Yeah. A few more topics before we get into the nitty gritty, the financial part of the show. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine was paused.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it was reported that 5 people developed blood clots. 1 lady died. And I called total bullshit on it. What I think happened was, and it's very devious. Listen, people, this is where politics becomes politics. Johnson & Johnson's vaccine was probably the 3rd or the 2nd vaccine to come out, and they're the biggest supplier in the world, right? Moderna, Pfizer, they were the first 2, but they're number 1. They're 2-shot vaccines, and they need to be frozen to transport. Hard to get into certain places. Like, I was watching this video. They were carrying the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to this remote island in Uganda. You couldn't carry Pfizer and Moderna because you need a big-ass freezer to keep it at a certain temperature to even be able to, inoculate it into someone, right? Yeah. So Johnson & Johnson is killing the game. They're making the most money off of it.
Because you think one shot, one and done.
One and done, and you could carry it
get me out.
And you could carry it at a regular refrigerated temperature. Doesn't have to be frozen.
Suck it to me.
Killing the game.
Off top, off the dribble.
Sock it to me, Johnson.
Ice cream.
Sock it to me, Johnson & Johnson.
For real.
They're making all this money from this. They're dominating the competition. And all of a sudden, one person dies from a blood clot. First of all, let me explain something to y'all.
What's up? Moving his seat.
Millions of people died.
He got his bag. I didn't even peep the bag.
Millions of people died.
I don't think they peeped the bag.
Got in there, motherfucker. This is a Birkin.
Yeah.
A used Birkin, but it's a Birkin.
Hey, it's going to grow in value. That's all that matters.
I think that was number 6. You didn't even peep it.
I did. That's 7.
That's it. He trying to write it out. He about to try to do this podcast for 10 hours to try to get them 10 out of me. I'm getting closer. I ain't gonna mess with it anymore. But millions of people vaccinated. 5 people got blood clots. 1 person died. Let me explain something to you, Malcolm. If I give 5 million people vaccines and 5 of them get into car accidents, all I have to do is make up a cute name. You know what I mean? 5 people died from motor destructular accident. Wait, that sounds like something medical. Oh, yes, and these 5 people that died from motor destructular accident got the vaccine 3 days ago. Oh, my God, they died from the vaccine. No, their car crashed, right? People die from blood clots every day, bruh. If you give out 15 million, there's absolutely a chance that every single type of death that you could call, someone would die from that got a vaccine last week. Because you know why? A lot of people don't know this. People die. People die. They die from a bunch of different things. So how can you pinpoint one death from someone that got the J&J vaccine out of 15 million people? Oh, that's because of the J&J vaccine. That makes no sense to me, right? And you telling me there's no examples of that for the other things? I think what happened is big boys in big positions got these news stories out knowing that the American and the world follows America. If America has an issue with it, they ban it, everyone's going to ban it, right?
Yeah.
CVS are going to ban it. I think it was a big boy decision. I think nothing was wrong with the vaccine. It was like, yo, put a pause on them, put dirt on their name. No different than how they trying to kill Cuomo, or they tried to violate Trump with grab him by the whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, yo, on some real stuff.
ETD.
And I think a lot of people need to do their research into that situation because it shows how devious and how political everything in this world could get.
That was a monopoly they was about to run. They didn't want that to happen.
They don't want that to happen.
Top off the dribble, first scoop of ice cream.
Come on, how do y'all all team up and come? Is it ironic that the easiest one and the one that is more easily dispersible is the one that they got an issue with?
Biggest name everyone know, Johnson & Johnson, get with the powder, the baby lotion. If y'all don't know the baby lotion, come on.
Come on, Johnson & Johnson was making money like they still selling more than baby powder.
And you know they could get more clout from saying that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is ass doodle cakes. Mm-hmm. Sorry for my language. I should keep it more professional.
I'm just having fun. Baby. My baby might get a blood clot from using the powder now.
Your baby was getting cancer from using the powder years ago.
Nigga, I got high from using the powder last night.
For real.
For me?
But you know that's a fact though, right?
I got high from the powder?
No, like that Johnson & Johnson powder was causing cancer.
Really?
Back then, yes. If you're using the Johnson & Johnson powder 30, 40 years ago, no, I'm chatting. In the 60s, 70s, 50, 60, 70, you could have cancer from using the talc, I believe.
You might have testicular cancer. You used to put a lot of jock itch when you play football. Yeah,
I'm fine. That powder was used for that area.
Yeah, I know, but who's to say 10 years from now, yo, jock itch recall.
You use it for what, 3 weeks? That was a funny ass time.
You use that shit for 2 years.
My dumb ass got in an ice bath, took an ice bath right after practice freshman year, and didn't have enough time to change. So I was soaking wet, sitting in the meetings for like 4 hours. Next thing you know, I got fucking jock itch the next day, and I just see dry skin. So I'm putting don't do this. Sorry for my language. I'm putting baby oil. And people that know baby oil, y'all know baby oil. You know where you really supposed to be using it at. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think putting on boing on your shit a lot easier. With that baby oil.
To whack off?
No.
Get some woo?
Yeah, get some woo wop. Off the titty top.
Niggas is too young
to be using PEDs. Two bunny yuns. Okay. Bouncing on your dunny yun. But I was using that. Still doing my research, come to find out that night I'm itching OD, itching. Like, my dumb ass supposed to dry it out. Using regular baby powder, not working. Finally got to Walmart, big ups to Nick, you know what I'm saying? Finally took me to Walmart, shoot. Doing that powder, I was living good.
You felt good when you threw it on?
Yeah. Then they had the spray. I had copped the spray just in case. I was good, but I was using heavy on the spray until one day I was like, I'm good. I don't need it no more. People, if you are dealing with jock itch, this is what you do. You can shower with warm water, but shower with cold water. Go get the jock itch spray and get loose boxers, white loose boxers, and bleach your underwear.
Get loose boxers too. Sock it to me.
Hey, no walls. Hey,
no walls.
Come on, I gotta think about no walls.
No walls make safe holes, which means that a lot of men who shoot up schools, they claim that they've been sexually deprived their whole life. So if there's some more loose walls out there, there would be safe holes.
Hey, I like that one. Suck it to me.
That's an Andrew Schultz joke. Oh, okay. Wait, is there anything you wanted to bring up?
Nah.
You want to talk about the Amy Chow incident?
I don't know who Amy Chow is.
I was like, this is the lady I was explaining to you. The
lawyer.
The Harvard, not Harvard School. The Yale professor. So real quick, and we're going to get into Malcolm's segment at the end of this. There was a Yale professor by the name of Amy Chow. She's famous for her book Tiger Mom. I think it's called Battle Hymn, Story of a Tiger Mom or something, where she talks about... I know the premise of the book. I have not read it, but it is which race does the best job at raising children, which is an easy answer for me. Black people. That's why we have a lot of kids in the NBA and the NFL, because we do a good job at raising our kids. That's a joke, but we do the best job at raising our kids. Black power. And she basically was kicked off of this small, she had like a small group in Yale University, and she was responsible for teaching first-year law students how to prepare for their career, how to prepare for the rest of law school, and helping them make connections that they could use throughout their life in law school. She was kicked off of it because some of these students complained that she was serving alcohol when a millionaire, New York Times bestseller lawyer invited them to the house and served alcohol. She didn't force them to drink alcohol. Mm-hmm. She didn't inject them with alcohol and sexually molested them when they were asleep.
Mm-hmm. Why?
She offered 24 and 25-year-olds alcohol.
Nigga, I know you hate this word, but you know you'll be a great lawyer.
I know.
Because every time you everything you brought up, you find the problem in it. And that's the number. I told you this before. I said it on the show, I think. That's the number one thing that they tell you when you're reading, when you're studying for the LSAT. Whatever passion they give you, you have to find what's wrong. And that's what you do. Mm-hmm. I like that shit.
Right. So, and I appreciate that, bro. Maybe I'll try to go to law school.
No, don't go to law school. This is the law school here.
I'm about to bang my gavel. Yeah, I'm about to put his head on the gravel.
And then you coming like that? Come on. Come on. Not on the stand.
Yo,
you
call me
like
as a judge to present my closing case for my my defendant who just caught 2 bodies on camera. call me to the stage. Lord. Call me. You're the judge. Call me to the stage to present my case for my client who just caught 2 bodies on camera.
I don't even know what to say. Nicholas Johnson, a lawyer of Don Thompson. Can I have you come up to the stand, please?
Thank you, Judge Stowe. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to present my case for my defendant who was accused of killing 5 people, who goes by the name of Little Murderer. He wanted to be a rapper, it didn't work out. That explains all.
The SoundCloud too.
The SoundCloud link, he had good shit. But they fighting the black man down. Had nothing to do with the other bodies he caught before this. They was just, you know what I mean? But ladies and gentlemen, he did not kill those people, and I'm going to tell you why he didn't kill those people. At the time of the scene, when the cops arrived, there was no money in their pockets. And we all know Little Murder is all about his dollars. He's a loyal listener of Earn Your Leisure. And in all his past murders, he did it for financial reasons. So, Your Honor, I rest my case. There's no reason why he would kill these couple broke motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. That's my only curse word for the day, lawyer.
That's 9.
Number 8. I rest my case. What do you think? Remember, Little Murder is about his coins. These were a couple crackheads that he killed. No money in their pockets.
Do we have a big crackhead problem? Yeah, we do. He's good.
Thank you, lawyer. If the gloves don't fit, you must acquit. If the pockets don't got no cheese, he must leave.
Just for saying that,
if you don't got no bread, you got to let him free so you can go get some head.
Oh.
If you don't got no money, officer, you can't be funny. Let the man go. Let him go get his money.
Guys, I just want to say this. Don Thompson, Little Murderer, if you do another murder, just because of what Nick just said on them bars, we taking away 5 years.
Your Honor, thank you, Little Murderer. No more bodies for the year. I'll see you next year in court. But wait, what was I saying? Okay, back to Amy Chow. So basically, yeah, she invited 24, 25-year-olds over to her house, apparently served them alcohol, which she denies. I don't think she should have denied it, but she did. And these spoiled freaking brats, right? These liberal little white, I'm guessing mostly white brats, not that that matters. But how are you going to snitch on a 60-year-old lady through inviting you to your house and teaching you how to be a successful lawyer? And this lady is clearly successful. Her net worth is $5 million, and she takes they're not paying her enough to come here and do this for y'all. Yeah. But she has. But here's the issue, right? What is the gentleman's name? I forgot his name. She actually wrote an article in Forbes magazine defending, and I forgot the guy's name. It was one of the Supreme Court justices that Donald Trump had endorsed, and she wrote an article saying, I support him, and he is for women, right? Because she, as a woman, worked with him at Yale Law School, and she thought he was very influential in her life. His daughter actually gained her first internship as a clerk with him when he was a judge, and she said he's a conservative. This liberal campus turned on her. She said from the very first day that she wrote that, she felt the entire energy change around her, right? And these little brats, right? And then I don't know where the world is going, bro, because I realized something. All the smart people that we know, they're spoiled brats. They're spoiled brats. All these politicians, they're sons and daughters of politicians, and they think, this is not even on the rich tip. What, like back in the day, I get in trouble, I get slapped in my face. Today, a kid gets in trouble, the parents want the teachers fired. Because my son is perfect, my daughter is perfect. Nothing could be wrong with them. Your thoughts are correct all the time. And no one else's opinion matters but yours. And that's what's going on these college campuses. Joe Rogan has had many college professors who, like, what's his name? Jordan Peterson. He went through the same thing. When he said, listen, y'all not going to give me a law about what I have to refer to another human as. He didn't say that he wasn't going to call the transgenders, men and women, their actual pronoun. He said, you're not going to write a law to tell me that. Yeah. He was kicked out of his college. Worked out good for him. He makes over $250,000 a month on Patreon. But this is the type of idiotic thing that goes on these liberal campuses. These spoiled fucking law school students. These spoiled ass kids. And I just thought it was idiotic that a woman got fired for a job she was doing out of charity for serving alcohols to 24 and 25-year-olds. Caveat, her husband was recently suspended for allegedly inappropriately kissing and touching female students. He was also a professor. I don't know if that played a part, but that has nothing to do with her. And by the way, Google her. Her name is Amy Chow. She's 68. She's 58. She looks like 37. Little skinny little Asian lady, you know what I mean? Pretty.
Kung Pao on that wop.
That Kung Pao on that wop. That's why they live to be so long.
Yeah. I'm saying.
Because they having fun out there. Letting their husband do their thing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You probably want to get a little closer to the mic.
I think, just because you told me, chat. Why ain't an open relationship? I think that's a wealthy
You need an
thing.
open relationship?
I don't know, bro. I don't want to say it, but
open relationship is cool.
You shouldn't be too nosy.
Huh?
Shouldn't be too nosy.
Who, you?
If you in a relationship.
Open relationship is cool until your wife getting pounded out and you can feel it when you slip in.
Yeah, that's a fact. But you shouldn't be too nosy, though.
You could never be in an open relationship.
I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be.
Think about you go through 2 divorces and you're like, all right, this is not working for me. Because I cheated in all my marriages. This is hypothetical. Would you be like, all right, I guess I just got to be cool with my wife getting pounded out. Let's just be in an open relationship because I got to pound something out.
Nah.
There's no point. You could be in an open relationship with only other girls. Right? What if your wife said, okay, you could do whatever you want. I might be having fun with some girls. You could get to approve, but we might be doing some things without you. Would you be down for that?
If your girl getting taken by other girls?
Yeah, only other girls. And you could join in if you want to. Kind of like an Adam 22 type situation.
I can't think like that. You know how I come. I don't.
How do you come? I've never seen you do that before. Yo, we be acting
so look,
back.
I be working my shit. This white just come out. Look, guys. I'll show him right
that's
here.
That's a white sauce they be putting on the like halal.
This. Halal? No, I don't use halal. I use my left hand. That, and then watch, guys. Pay attention. My elbow assy.
I leave your girl face looking like halal food, nigga. Stop playing with me. Come on, get the people some financial information. Let's get out of here.
Guys, what's going on? If you was stuck through the whole episode, we appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube too. Basically, I'm gonna give you guys an overview of what I've been saying throughout the whole episode. Coinbase just went public through DPO, direct public offering, I believe, which means that they have the funds to go public. They didn't have any private. They did have private investors, but the difference between DPO and IPO is the initial public offering. The people get privately funded, then they hit the max and they need more funding. They go to the stock market to get more funds from the public. Stating that, we can also look at Coinbase as another form of Google, and it's not saying that it's Google competitor or just like Google. Basically, what we're stating is that Google is a big powerhouse, right? You know, we go to Google to search something. Coinbase might be the next big powerhouse in the crypto world. Coinbase is currently the biggest and baddest company that you could download on the App Store to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. You understand? People, yes, do use Robinhood. People, yes, do use Cash App to buy cryptocurrencies. But if you want the new and improved cryptocurrencies, you don't want to wait for anything, you definitely should check out Coinbase.
So is Coinbase also on the stock market? Are they a company that's also traded on the stock?
Yes. As an actual US dollar stock market, like the New York Stock Exchange.
What is the price of a Coinbase stock right now?
200 and something, if I'm not mistakenly wrong.
That makes sense.
200 or 300? Look it up. So
I'm looking it up right now.
So definitely could be a $1,000 company. Yet again, they said they have $50 billion. They're sitting on $50 billion.
I would bet on it being a $1,000 company. I mean, if this...
$1,000 a share. They said that it's easily going to be $1,000 share. You know,
322 right now.
$322.
When did Coinbase open?
I think 2014. And here's the thing too. A lot of people saying, how come Jack Dorsey didn't buy Coinbase? How come these financial institutions didn't buy Coinbase back then? Do you know why? Because no one believed in cryptocurrencies. What's going on now? Everyone believes in cryptocurrency. I believe JP Morgan is stating that Bitcoin in a few years or so, in 10 years, would be worth $130,000. Bitcoin is worth $60,000. You understand?
I heard some people say it might go up to as much as $1 million.
Easily.
Which is like, I know I'm like, yo, I missed out on all these different things. What's the next thing coming up? But yes, there already been millionaires, maybe billionaires created off of Bitcoin. But at 60,000, it might go to $1 million. Like, there's still a lot of room for growth there.
And you're not missing nothing because you could buy fractions of these cryptocurrencies. Also, guys, pay attention to Ethereum. You guys are going to have Tyreek Coble here, who's going to open more about it. But Ethereum, I believe, is at $34. Why Ethereum might be the next big thing like Bitcoin? Because under Bitcoin is Ethereum. That's the second best, right? What do they tell you when you invest in the stock market? Look for the top 3 companies in that field. Well, if we look at the top 3 companies in cryptocurrency, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, I believe Litecoin. I'm not too sure. But Ethereum, you need Ethereum to purchase NFTs. Not sure what NFTs are, non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens is the new way of buying
people are selling
collectibles.
Anything on that nowadays, huh?
Yeah, you make anything. Some guy was trying to sell a tennis match for like $4,000. He said this might be the first NFT tennis match.
I seen Miles Bridges try to sell a 3-point shot on there.
Dead ass?
Like, go sit your ass on the bed. Like, what are you doing?
Can he shoot?
No, that's why he was selling it.
Yeah.
If Shaq made a 3, if Shaq came back and made a 3, how much that would go for?
They could create that highlight and sell it. They selling old videos. The Britney Spears video going like $40K. But Ethereum might be the next big thing. I'm gonna have Tyreek Coble knock that down for you guys in the next few weeks. But yes, Coinbase had went public. Big up to my boy that got up on Dogecoin and had purchased Coinbase at its current price.
Who do I know that person?
You know that person, but I'm not gonna expose his name because he don't want. You know what I'm saying? He don't want people to know he really invested.
Right. I think I might know who it is.
We not gonna. Yeah.
Obviously, we're not gonna say about it. But they're saying that crypto exchange Coinbase is set to hit 600. It's at $321 right now. Set to 600 in the next couple of weeks. So. Ladies and gentlemen, you can buy these in fractions, right?
Fractions.
Hey,
well, Bitcoin, yes. Coinbase, I'm not
Coinbase
too sure.
Is a stock.
Yeah, it's actually New York Stock Exchange on there. Bitcoin is too. But
if you got 300, if you got a couple 300s, go invest.
Invest.
Go rob your mom and put her money. It's not robbing your mom if you put it in stocks and you give it back to her at the end of it.
Yeah, you're not. Not at all. You're taking care of her. And guys, if you hear any old head saying, I'm not too sure about cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, tell them it's a new day and age. As you can see, people are making flips in the stock market. You know, it's better than trying to do wholesaling, which was the hottest thing. Yeah. Hey, like, you need 10. That's crazy. The fastest way we used to think to make $10,000 was wholesaling. Look at it. Look at us now. Somebody in the stock market, you can make 6 figures.
That's a fact. I guess it's not wholesaling.
Yeah, wholesaling died out.
So yeah, just do your research, man. I know the reason why Mal and these other guys they own their stuff is because they do their research, and you could gain your own knowledge base. And I'm saying that to myself. I got to get back in my bag. So
no, you don't.
Know what I mean?
No, you don't.
No, I'm gonna get back in my investment.
No, you don't
bag.
do it.
I have
you
to.
Gotta focus on one thing.
Nah.
I'm not saying that to so you don't have knowledge, but you got the people around you that's not gonna keep you out of the loop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I want people to realize too, like group economics is what we just talked about. Me and Nick had an argument of like what to do for the black community. I said go to finance route. He goes study this shit. That's group economics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick and Mal Show, the #1 show on the net.
Yes,
what tell them why this is the #1 show on the net, real quick.
Bro, this is #1. You get the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? You got the Trinidadian nightmare. You got the corn gangster in one spot. You know what I'm saying? He got a black shirt on. I got a white shirt on. He has a tat. I don't have no tats.
Fuck segregation.
He has dreads. I have no dreads. I don't have a beard. He has a beard.
Come on.
His hand up, my hand's down.
Come on. You get diversity. He
got a black mic. I got a gray one.
Yeah, they should put us on CNN and Fox to show how a white brother and a black brother could get along. A brother from Trinidad, a brother from Long Island could get along.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
gonna let that slide for the show, but hey.
Segregation was a good idea, just poorly executed.
Yes,
Charlamagne say it all the time.
Yes, Lord. You get the best of both worlds. You see what's going on in the
Shout
news.
out to my white
you get the
brothers and
financial
sisters. Shout out
shit.
to the cops out there.
Big ups, you know what I'm saying? We just splattered y'all out here, but we all show love.
And if you're rich, you definitely gonna vote for Donald Trump in 3 years because Biden is violating everybody on the taxes and stuff like that. So just pay attention. Stay woke. He letting all the Mexicans in. I want y'all in, but those dudes down south don't want it. They're gonna come out in droves in 2024 to vote for Donald Trump. So
Droves.
Ladies and
I put
gentlemen,
a lot of saliva on your bottom lip when you say that word.
I gotta take it out of there. It's a lot of, come on, we're not gonna make no more gay jokes. Why Keanu try to come at you like that yesterday?
Yeah, like Keanu, that didn't happen to you? Because they say, Keanu, I smack niggas, right?
Having a gay dude threaten you in a cute voice to smack you is as gay as it gets. So
and he smacked his lips drinking a Gatorade.
You know I smack niggas.
Keanu, you know I smack niggas, right?
Shout out to my son Kiki.
Yeah.
So
gotta go up there.
Where?
Rochester.
Bro, he's not in Rochester no more.
Nah, he up there.
Oh, he back in the Rock? Yeah. Is he living there now?
I don't know.
Oh, got you. Nah, don't call him on the show. Come on, end the show. Bow.
Why not? Yep. Ever told on a nigga? Nope. Ever squeezed the trigger? Yep. Ever set a nigga up? Nope. Ever helped a brother out when he was down?